There's still reports rolling in, but as of last night, there were approximately 40 successful rescues made, including 29 by the Florida National Guard. Our Fish and Wildlife officers assisted with the medical evacuation yesterday, and they are conducting high water and welfare checks. These efforts are continuing, and they will continue until there is no longer a need. We are working hard to restore power across the state of Florida. As of 6 a.m. today, there are approximately 146,000 power outages reported across the state, but power is being restored quickly. Thus far, 420,000 accounts that lost power during the storm have been restored. And the bulk of the outages at this point are in that Big Bend region, a lot of the rural counties that bore the brunt of the storm. And those are counties that will have co-ops, and they are working to accept the mutual aid from the linemen that we have. All the linemen that were here, the tens of thousands, they are here still. They have not been released, and they're going to be working on particularly that area to get people back. There's parts of it that are 100% out, like in Taylor County. And so that is priority number one, to start getting those reconnected. Now, some of that stuff may require more than just connecting the power lines. If you have real significant structural damage, if there's damage to a substation, that requires a little bit more. But Kevin will probably provide a little bit of an update on that. But the reality is we've got a lot of people on the ground, and this is a really, really big priority. Also, priority has been clearing impacted roadways. Florida Department of Transportation, has cleared the vast majority of impacted roadways. All state bridges, including the Cedar Key Bridge, have been cleared, and that happened within 12 hours of landfall. So we really appreciate them doing that. The 15-mile stretch of I-10 that was closed yesterday in Madison County was cleared and reopened last night, and so that is open today going forward. We have requested from the federal government a major disaster declaration for all 25 counties that fell under the hurricane warning. This will allow us to start debris removal, and will provide funding for individual assistance, which includes shelter and temporary housing for impacted individuals. Schools, we're going to have 30 of the 52 districts that closed during the storm are open today, and an additional 8 will be open tomorrow. And our Commissioner of Education, Manny Diaz, is working with those Big Bend counties to get them back up and running as quickly as possible. We're also fulfilling missions for counties. There have been 1,100 missions that have either been fulfilled or are in process of being fulfilled. So the things that may be necessary, particularly in some of these hard-hit areas, fuel, water, MREs, tarps, all that stuff, we have an abundance of, and we'll be providing that as needed to the affected communities. If you want to help out, there is a way to do it at the Florida Disaster Fund. This has already raised millions of dollars. We would love to be able to raise millions more to help those hard-hit areas. And you can go to floridadisasterfund.org, floridadisasterfund.org, if you would like to make a contribution. I know we've had a lot of folks in the business community express interest in doing that, and we certainly would welcome that, and it'll make a big difference for people in this time of need. We're going to continue working and doing whatever needs to be done to get people back on their feet. I'm going to be traveling down, touring some of the hard-hit areas like Cedar Key and Steinhatchee and some of the other areas to get assessment. We were not able to access those areas yesterday cleanly. Now we're going to be able to do it, and we will report back on what we see and any actions that will be necessary as a follow-up.